Hey guys, Pepe here. I am checking into my next vlog. T minus 9 days until I come back. It's like I keep saying this every single time, but I am so blessed to be here. So glad that I had this experience to be abroad. And like as the days count down, I'm getting more and more excited to come home. Um, I have a lot of mixed feelings about like leaving this place, but also like going home. Um, but like one thing that I know for sure, um, as like I've been going about like these few weeks, and I was reminded of this week is how much I love being a PR major, public relations major. If you don't know what that is. Anyway, so this week we had to do a presentation for Acción Solidaria. So this week or last week was like our official like last time at our sites. So it was my last time at Hospital de Caridad this last week. And then we had to present on it, how it changed us, how we learned about the ministry of Jesus and how we could be the ministry that Jesus led in the Bible and lead it today. And also just like how it's changed us and how we're going to take that with us as we go back to the States. And so like we could do like a poem or a drawing or like a skit or something. And I decided to do a PowerPoint. Like what's more PR than that? Like doing a PowerPoint. Like you have all these options. I had all these options and I chose to do a PowerPoint. There were no words, public speaking teachers, you got me. No words on it, just pictures. And like it was just so funny to realize how much I had missed that, how much I had missed creating the graphics, editing the pictures for all of that. I've noticed also like with coming home, I'm like starting to plan like get-togethers with people, and I've missed that. I've missed doing get-togethers, like figuring out my schedule, like organizing everything. I've missed that a lot, so I'm really excited to get back to that. Yeah. So, like I said, this last week was my last week at Hospital de Caridad, and I am gonna miss those gentlemen so much. Just to give you guys a little brief like presentation, or give you a brief summary of what I like presented about and what I've learned from being at Hospital de Caridad. So we had like 4 different questions, and I'll just like go through them quickly for you guys. So one was like, what's an obstacle we faced while being at our sites? And an obstacle I faced was, I think it was like how to have conversations that were serving them and not were serving me. As you guys all know, I love to talk. I love to just be active. I love to active, not exercising, but active as in doing something. I love to just be talking and having a conversation and playing cards or something at the same time. I love doing that. And something I had to face and learn was, for some of the gentlemen there, that wasn't what they enjoyed. That they didn't want to play games. Maybe they didn't want to have a conversation. They just wanted silence and just be in the presence of us students. And I had to learn that, like, when I'm serving people, like, I can't think about my intentions. I have to think about what my intentions are for the other people. How am I serving them, and how best can I serve them? So that was like a little bit of an obstacle that I had to face. Also, just like the language barrier with learning Spanish, and they obviously know it, they know it really well. They have really like strong accents, especially in Seville, and sometimes it was hard to understand it, but like it was still good, and like I grew from it, and I've learned so much from it, and like my Spanish has greatly improved. Definitely using the subjunctive more, definitely has improved. Still need to keep working on it, but like I am happy with the progress I've made here. But anyway, back to Hospital de Caridad. So so that was an obstacle that I faced. The next question was like, what's something that like you grew from and like learned about yourself? So during my time, like I think we went like 12 or 13 times this semester to our sites, and during those times I learned a lot about myself, and I grew. I grew in how to connect with people that were from different cultures, that they live here, and that's not the same as the US. I learned how to connect with them even when like we had that language barrier. With one of the gentlemen, he, as I've talked about many times before, he can't talk well. I can barely understand. Sometimes I can barely understand him, and like I had to learn how to use my facial expressions and use my body movements to understand what he needed. A couple weeks ago, he wanted to switch to the other side of the table because he was bored with his view, and he couldn't talk to me, and so I had to base just off of body parts of like pointing and being like, do you want to go over there, and just like over communicating to get to serve him and to get him where he needed to be. So yeah, definitely have grown in communication skills, not only just with my Spanish, but also with my movements. What like my movements, how I'm sitting, what that is representing. Because if I'm on my phone, that's not representing a good like ideal, that's showing them that like I don't care about them, or like sitting with my arms crossed, or like watching TV instead of looking at them, all of my body movements, all of my movements, all my words matter. But also, something I learned about myself is, I guess like I learned that when I'm serving, it can be so easy for me to get caught up in what's the next thing. What am I going to do next? Like, in trying to stay busy, it's so easy for me to do that, to get distracted from my goal. But I learned that I just have to keep focusing. I have to remember my purpose of why I'm serving, where I'm serving, who I'm serving to. Remember my purpose, and also my attitude towards things. I could tell like there were a couple of times that I went to the site and I would just didn't want to be there. I was just so tired, so exhausted. I had so much stuff to do, and my attitude wasn't great. I was really tired. I yawned like the whole time. Like I still like talked to them and like played games with them, but like it wasn't the best that I could be. And so like learning about my attitude and how that changes my mood and how that changes how I interact with people, and how my attitude needs to be in check when I go to serve. Because otherwise, if I go and I'm not like my attitude and my mood isn't in check and I'm just like so super tired, like I'm not serving anyone. Like I'm just gonna like want to go to bed, But yeah, that's kind of what I learned about myself and how I grew. There's a lot more, but that's just a brief summary of that. So how I like learned about like the ministry of Jesus and how I was the ministry of Jesus. So along with like the attitude and the purpose thing, I realized that all my actions need to be out of pure love. They can't be out of selfish reasons. They can't be because of boredom. They have to be out of pure love. And out of pure love comes laughter and joy, and relationship building. But it all starts with love. Whether or not like a guy called another guy a really bad name, or these two gentlemen don't get along and they're super disrespectful with each other, like doesn't matter, because they are all children of God. Whether or not they believe, I don't even know if they believe in Jesus. We don't know, but like living as Jesus did and living out of love, despite what people do, and loving them despite the things they've done, is a big thing that I learned. So yeah, that and what I'm taking with me, not only am I taking an experience that I will remember for the rest of my life, but I'm taking so many memories every time I like, it's so crazy. Like, every time I entered the room, like I'd come up to all the gentlemen and I would be like, buenas tardes, ¿qué tal? and they would just all light up, and it just touched my heart. It didn't just touch it, it just melted my heart, to know that like they were looking forward to seeing me, to know that like I was making an impact there. I never got a chance to like talk to all of the gentlemen, but I always made sure to like say good afternoon, like hola, like qué tal, cómo estás, um, to most, if not all, of the men. And by the end of it, most of them knew who I was. So that was just like super sweet to know that like they cared enough to like know who I was and to like say like good afternoon back, like how are you, after I say it, and just serving them. Also, like hearing my song, a couple weeks ago, like we were playing bingo, or like a month ago, we were playing bingo, and one of the gentlemen started singing the Peba song, and I would love to sing it for you guys when I get back. And he just kept singing it, and it was actually one of my favorite times there. It was so much fun. We were full of laughter. I'm sure everyone taking a nap was no longer napping because it was just so much fun. But it was great. I will forever remember that. How many ever times they sang my song when I was like trying to focus on dominoes, but it was so much fun, and I will always remember that. But I will definitely take these memories with me. I will take these relationships that I've built with me. I have pictures with with most of the gentlemen. So if you guys would want to see these gentlemen that have just left such a deep impact in my heart, I would love to tell you guys about each and every one of them because they're just the most sweetest gentlemen. And I'm going to miss them so much. I cried during my presentation. And like I did not plan on doing that. It's been an emotional week anyway, just like leaving this place. But like I'm gonna miss them. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. This weekend I am going to Berlin. It's my last trip. We're gonna go see a concentration camp. I don't know how to pronounce the name of it. It's not Auschwitz. It's another one, but I'll post about it on social media. We're gonna go see the wall, and we're gonna go see the Christmas markets, and it's gonna be a beautiful last trip, and I'm so excited. Next week we have 2 days of class, and then we have 2 days of finals, and then we have a party the last day of school, and then I am off. I am home next Saturday night. I get home around like 9 o'clock ish, and I am so excited. I don't know how many times I can tell you guys, like I am so excited to share my time with you guys, to see what you guys have been up to. I'm so excited to just catch up with you all. Feel free to reach out to me and be like, hey, Peyton, like, let's go get coffee, let's catch up. Like, I want to tell you about this, and this. I would love to catch up with you guys. I miss you all so much. I will post next week. Don't know when it will be. It could be on my flight. It could be early in the week. With finals, I don't know like what my schedule is going to be like, but I will promise to post next week, and then maybe do a post after I come back, just reflecting off of my time here. But anyway, that's kind of all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Well, it's Thursday, but I hope you guys have a wonderful Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and a great rest of your guys' year.